dreams. Feeling. I feel so lightweight when I think back to those days, but then we went our own ways. I'm thinking about what needs to change, that we could turn back the page and live like our favorite fairy tales. So a love so free in a world of our fantasies, digging up treasures and sailing across the sea. These are our childhood dreams. It's how we used to be when we were kings and queens in our childhood dreams. Oh, 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 oh. Our childhood dreams. Our childhood dreams, it's how it used to be when we were kings and queens in our childhood dreams.
Every weekend is the same. I'm the one you try to claim. Yeah, I already know about your game, but I'm not the one to sit around and be played. Call me up with no shame. All your words sound the same. Yeah, I already know about your game, but I'm not the one to sit around and be played. If you come around just to play me, don't bother, cause you're way overdue. Don't even try to convince me. Don't bother, cause now I see you through.
To come over, I wish that you would come and give me something to prove. Won't you pull me closer? I think that I'm obsessed with everything that you do. I'm waiting, trying to be patient. You look like a painting. It's so frustrating. I hate it, yeah. I probably shouldn't say this. I probably should erase it. I probably shouldn't say this.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special event here. Oh, wait, yeah, the intro's playing. But yeah, welcome to a special event here versus TTGA versus NSR. Wait, is the intro playing? I'm sorry. Right, TTG versus NSR. First time looking with graphics here, so sometimes things will get ironed out here, and I've made already a little bit of a fool, but we'll try to iron this out, make this all clean. Anyway, I am Pepsivic212 here doing the commentary, a little bit solo here, and we're glad you're joining us here today because you watched Monaco earlier here today, and also there's a bump day currently happening in Indianapolis, but we're glad you're here for this event here today. So I guess while we're waiting here, I guess we should do a quick rundown of both teams here. We got TTG Esports and NSR, so we'll start off with the TTG Esports boys and the academy for them with the captain, TTGA Kiki. We also got TTGA Conti, TTGA Maze, Graham 89i, TTG Sean 93, TTG Coreboy, TTGA Noisy, TTGA Tom, Funky Chicken 44, and TTG Storm 72. They're all going to be trying to bring home the glory for the TTG Esports Academy and bring home the glory for their brand. But since it's a fight here between two squads, you got to have to say that NSR is going to try to put up a fight as well. You got NSR Captain Slow, NSR Sounder, NSR Invincus, NSR Robin 93, NSR Pariah 22, NSR Marco, NSR Theodore, NSR Storm, NSR Frya Pepper, and NSR Simitsky. So NSR bringing a lineup as well of 10 drivers. Actually, I wouldn't say 10 drivers. It is 10 drivers. And they're both going to try to bring the power here and try to bring home glory for their retrospect squad and show which academy is stronger in this brand warfare. The track we will be here today, we will see in a minute, but if you read the title, or at least see what's going on here, it is the British GP. They will be going around Silverstone for a 50% race with a short qualifying of 18 minutes. And we got a couple minutes before qualifying starts, so we're just going to kind of just talk it out here. And personally, I've seen a bunch of these drivers run in different TTML leagues and a few CWC and a few other leagues as well. So we do, and even that old F2 league as well. So a lot of these drivers do have some pace in their cars. So I think it'll be a quite interesting show to see between these two cars and teams here today. And personally, I don't want to pick sides here, but I think both squads are going to bring the power and bring the retrospective speed here today. So yeah, other than that, I really have nothing else here other than run down the lineups here. We've got to wait for a qualifying to start here, so we will just kind of fill up the last of the information here and just, I guess, take a quick look at the chat here. Everyone seems already very psyched up here. As we wait here, we get some nice little screenshots of the track here we're going to be here today. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it, and we just got to wait for qualifying to start. Silverstone is a very fast track here. Tires do get eaten a little bit on the retrospect. It's a track where the tires are okay on retrospect. But, yeah, you got to be careful not the corner cut, and validating is not as strong as tracks like Canada, but if you take it a little bit too sloppy, you can start racking up penalties and racking up instances of mistakes. So you do need to keep it clean and keep it tight. And, yeah, just keep it good to go here. So, yeah. But, yeah, other than that, just waiting to kind of wait out the time here. I know I keep repeating the obvious, but when you run out of things to say sometimes, you just got to try to stall the arrow here. But a lot of different nationalities here as well. We got some Norway, some Netherlands, some Irish, some UK. Looks like everyone from almost every European nation. But sadly, since I'm an American here, no Americans, so not going to have any bias here. As it looks like we are almost ready to start here, so we got a little bit more time to kill here. But, yeah, other than that, I think this is going to be a great race here today, and hopefully the weather stays clear. But as a person that likes chaos, maybe it'd be good to see some rain and see some slippery conditions to really test the drivers here and make them know their place in their academy. But that will pretty much do it here, and I think we are ready to start, and it's time to go to qualifying. So welcome here to Silverstone here for the TTGA versus NSR event here on Team versus T at, I keep saying, Silverstone. It's a great track here today. We'll see how the weather holds up in retrospect. You can see there'll be 3 tire compounds on here today. They have the mediums, the softs, and the hards on retrospect, and they all will be good tires here today, and the hards are the most long-lasting, the mediums are the middle of the road, and the softs are the softest compound to run here. But yeah, we're just going to kind of go, and we're going to show you. You can see all these corners here. You can see habits and Beckett's. And when I pull up the track map, there's the Ferris wheel. And you can see that it's a 3.6 mile track, 18 turns, 5.891 kilometers, and basically 2 DRS points on the straight. And it's got over 14 corners, and 18 corners, my mistake. And that's pretty much a lap around Silverstone here. And yeah, so I guess it's time to start qualifying here. And we'll wait for some drivers to go onto the track here. We're waiting as the timer has just started. Again, I will just take this quick second here to quickly throw out again. A little bit rusty on the comm, so if issues do arise, I too will throw out a quick apology now for my, I guess you could argue, ignorance, because a little rusty on hand. As we wait for the drivers to take the track here. It's a nice sunny day here in Silverstone. No issues of rain and no retrospect, so I think we'll have a nice clear day. Maybe for the Rams, 2 drivers have already started to head out on the track here. We'll see if we can get a quick little look to see who the first one, who's going to take it line first. I believe it's going to be NSR Pariah. He will be the first driver to take a run on circuit here as he's about to leave the pit lane here. We're going to wait from the exit. It looks like a lot of NSR cars are going out first. We do see some TTG cars behind them. As you can see here, the NSR cars are going to be the pure white cars in retrospect, while the TTG cars will have more of a blue tint. So if you're at home, that is going to be your calling card between the two teams here to keep an eye on. Because other than that, that's pretty much the only 2 differences between the 2 cars. We do got Pepper going to go past the long straight here, and he's going to be near the end of Sector 1 here. I'm going to put up the track map just real fast. That's the mini map. Let's put on the going to take that off the screen. There we go. And we're going to just have a retrospect so you kind of can see where everyone is on circuit right now. But yep, Pepper is going to be the first one on his outlap, so he will kind of set the tone here and let the people know if the track is more rubbered in, less rubbered in, and set the pace on his softs. Quick check of the, I guess you could say, the tires here. Fitted here. Looks like a few drivers have gone on mediums on their outlaps, or at least going to go on mediums, but most of the field is going to be going on a set of softs. So it'll be interesting to see how many drivers decide to go on a set of mediums here, because we do know that you can go medium to hard, and it's possibly a more ideal strategy to go on start on a harder compound and maybe go softer than soft to hard. But we'll have to see as Pepper's about to start his lap here. Going to have to go through the last couple corners here, past the pit lane, and we'll see how in 16, 17, 18, we'll see how he gets a good exit here. With a little bit of a lockup on the left front, and he's going to keep the power down. And here he goes, start his lap. Going to get ice on the corner, yellow flag sector 3. Someone's going a little bit slow, so that will not play much of an effect. And here goes Pepper to start his lap. Going off to the quarter 1, you want to keep it flat as possible. He will keep it pretty good. Still yellow flag sector 3 to someone going slow. Then he's going to break right around just before the rumble strip. Going to get as close as he can to the apex. Don't want to cut it. And on this corner here, you want to get at the second or third. It's very easy the car to get loosey-goosey on power if you get a little bit too early. So you have to try to feather the throttle to get the power down. Open up the DRS here. Now on the past the Emirates sign here. Going to keep your eyes on the right here. You're going to look for your braking point. Going to be right around the 50-meter board. You're going to brake as hard as you can, and you're going to hit the apex about 4th or 5th gear. Then you're going to brake again, and you're going to want to get the car down about the 2nd gear to get the nice rotation to get a good exit here. A little bit too wide, you're going to go into the kitty litter and may take someone out. Now past the old pit lane straight here near the hangar straight, and you're going to keep past the Fanatec sign. This is somewhere you can take flat on softs, but as the race progresses, it's going to be very hard to take a flats. Now one of the hardest compounds in this game per se is Maggots and Beckett's here, where if you're going to take the power down, you want to take as flat through here and flat as much as possible. But if you take it too flat, you may cut and invalidate, as here comes Pariah as well. He's going to have a run down that, open up DRS here. Still purple sector 2, because obviously he's the first one on the track, past the Emco signs. Couple more corners to go here. Start at sector 3, well, just a little bit back there. Going to hit the braking points around the 50-meter board. He's going to hit it, just go a little bit wide. Don't want to validate. That's one of the spots where it's easy to validate. Someone is off the road there, just off turn 4. So we'll have to see in a minute, see what happened. I think he may have let someone go, but we're going to see here where Pariah puts the car past thing, going to cross the start-finish line. It's going to be a 1:2:46:14. So that was a good lap from him. And we do have, I believe, we're going to see here, we're going to cut on board here with Noisy next, because Noisy's about to cross the line. Your first TTE driver to put time down. It's actually Funky Chicken, my mistake, is a TTE driver, and he'll put down a 1:24:128. And then we're going to have Noisy up next. And it's going to be Noisy, who's going to put down a 1:24:368. And then we got a big skew of NSR cars here. Let me see if I can find one of them somewhere on this line. So actually, we'll cut up with we'll do actually Storm's Valley, so we can't do Storm. So we'll do Sonade, who's up next here, going to come down in Sector 3 here. We'll cut on board with him and see what he puts on for a time. As we can see, that Funky Chicken's still on the pole with a 1:24:1. A bunch of other drivers have crossed it. Slow lap by Sumitsky, so he's going to definitely want to go around doing a lap here. As he's going to put down, he's going to go Sanande. It's going to go with a 1:25:034, and that will put him P5 on the grid. And I think up next is going to be, actually, Storm just crossed the line, so we're going to try to cut here. Tom, so we'll actually run on board here with Tom. as well. So a lot of drivers have gone out there in that first opening minute to try to put down something in retrospect. And Tom will go down P4 with a 124.69, and the driver behind him, I think he may have invalidated, if I'm not mistaken. Something that has also caught my eye here is we'll cut on board with him real fast. Actually, as I try to find someone else, we'll notice if you see that Sean didn't get the memo and is driving, has a blue and icon when everyone else is running white or black. So, being a little bit different. He's not the captain, so it is worth noting. Now, Storm is one of the only few drivers on a lap, has not put a time down yet. We do have a yellow flag sector 1. Looks like it is just someone going a bit slow. As you can see, I think car was going a bit slow in retrospect. And yeah, just someone going a bit slow. We do have a bunch of validations here. It looks like some drivers are kind of cooling off here. Yep, it looks like it's a one-and-done lap for most. We'll see if, actually that's Sandre, so we're going to keep going here. Yeah, a bunch of drivers are cooling on laps, so I think we'll cut back to Storm here and see what he's doing on retrospect, because a lot of drivers look like they did one-and-done for their laps and are going to come back in. And if we just take a quick look at tire, I just want to see real fast if almost everyone did their laps on sauce, except for Kiki, the captain of TTG, and Tom, who both did their laps on mediums. So they're the only two to put their times on mediums, while everyone else did a lap on soft. So Storm going to be through the third sector already. We'll keep an eye on his times here. Yellow flag sector 2, sector 3. Car going a bit slow. We've got to do a couple drivers going out on out laps. So it is interesting to note that a few drivers are waiting a little bit longer, trying to get off sequence, maybe wait for the track to be a little bit more rubbered, but have a little less space on track. So here comes Storm. Going to go for the last couple corners here, and he's going to hit the turn here, and it's going to be only P14 on the grid, a 125.756. And I do think the two drivers behind him are also going to be coming in. Let's see if Graham is going to be coming in. Yep, Graham and them are both coming in. So we got a little bit of a slowdown here. So Maze is probably one of the only few drivers out on the line, along with Sean. So Sean has actually set a purple sector 1, but that could be a slight glitch in-game, because we do know this game loves to show purple sector 1s when they may or may not have been earned. So we'll have to see on retrospect. So we'll see here if it holds legit at the end of sector 2, which is past Maggots and Beckett's. So again, he takes the corner a little bit well here. Going to runs just a little bit almost wide there. Got to keep it within the lines, so the time will be invalidated. Yellow flag sector 3 again. Just looks like a TTG car. NSR car. A little bit slow, so he's going to be probably cooling in a cooldown lap. We're going to go back, opens up DRS. We're going to see if his time is legit or not. See if it's purple. It's not purple, so it's not going to be probably a pole run, but it's still probably going to be a good run here to see what he does. So it's going to be going through the last couple corners here. He's going to come into the third sector here, just going to try to brake as hard as he can. We'll see if that. No invalidations here. Not very hard to invalidate here, so we'll see what he does. Going to keep it clean. It's going to be a 125.629. So not the greatest lap in the world. That will only slot him in P14. We'll cut back to Maze here, because Maze is only one on and out on an actual official flying lap here, so we'll keep an eye on him. So Maze, again, relatively fast drivers we've seen in other leagues here, so he's probably going to want to put his statement out here today and show a good lap and prove why he's a very fast driver in TTG. So again, going through Maggots and Beckett's here, again, very easy to validate. I'll keep probably saying that a lot during the broadcast, but it is true. So we'll see here at the end of Sector 2, his opening DRS going to have a little bit of an issue. That car is a TTG car, so luckily won't hold him up too much. It actually does give him a little bit of a tow, so we'll see if that gives him a little bit of a boost down the straight here of the Hangar Straight. He's going to come up to Val and Club, and we're going to see a little bit of a lockup. Hope it didn't flat spot the tire here. It's going to be an interesting lap here. It's going to be the last corner. It's going to be a P5 on the grid with a 124.869. Great lap from Maze, but he's probably going to want to improve on it, because he probably wants to get a little bit higher, because the pole lap is a 124.128. A lot of drivers are now officially on out laps, so we're going to have to see who is the closest to the line right now. A lot of them have validated their out laps, but you can see as we cut here, big lineup. A lot of drivers are trying to stack up and get a bit of a tow, so it looks like there is some teamsmanship on play here. Trying to find the closest guy to the line to start his lap. I think it's going to be County, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, County is in Sector 1. Let me just check Pariah real fast. Pariah is... Actually, I think it may be Pariah. Yeah, so we'll ride on board here with Pariah first, because Pariah is the closest on his lap, so we'll see what Pariah does in retrospect here. Because he's just in Sector 1, then Maze would be the next... County would be the next closest. But a lot of drivers have started the lap, so the times may fall here, because will Funky Chicken's time be clean to see? So as he makes the run near the old pit lane straight here, still looking all right, decently, as he's going to be running into Corpse here. Get as close as he can. Again, no one's really invalidated much there, which is good to see here, because that's something they should teach in these academies a little bit more often, is how to keep it clean, how to make sure you don't cut, because it's something that can really screw you over in the race if you're not careful in retrospect. So down the hangar straight here, going to go into Stowe. No purple sector here, so it's not the fastest run in the world, but it'll be interesting to see how he does. So he's going to break into retrospect here, going to go through club here, and he's going to have a time here. Is it an improvement? We're going to find out. It's going to be a 1. No improvement at all. So no improvement at all. But Mays, I think actually County did improve, so County does jump up on the grid. So he's now P3. Inspect. We have a bunch of other cars coming here as well. We're going to kind of cut through. If I go ride on board with Sean, Sean's actually on an in-lap, so we won't ride on board with Sean. And we're going to run on board with trying to find someone that's on a lap. All right, we're on with Marco. We'll give Marco some screen time here and let Marco set his time in retrospect. So we're going to see, here's P12. We'll see if he does an improvement on retrospect. We'll see here, come to the last couple corners here. It's going to be a P7. NSR Marco has improved, and it's going to be P7 for him. We do have a couple of cars, a bunch of TTG cars as well. I can see if one has come in, the other one is going to improve. We'll see if he's on time. And actually, that is Tom. Tom sets the last lap of the race, and Tom goes a 1:23.783, and that will put him P1 on the grid right now. So TTG does lock out the first 2 rows of the grid. Top 3 actually all TTGG, and Freddy Pepper the fastest of the rest. And the thing about Funky Chicken on a lap though as well. We'll see if Funky Chicken puts something down here. Funky Chicken going to come into the last couple corners here of club. We'll see if he can actually make a run here. Put in the 123s. It's going to be close. It's going to be 124.065. Not enough for a pole run, but I'll still put him P2. So Tom's time is right now looks untouched. And we do have a car in the grass, and it looks like Pepper. So Pepper maybe going a little bit too aggressive here and goes a little bit wide into the grass. And it's going to be a slow run here, so he's going to have to come back to pit lane and readjust. And that is something you don't want to see here, because he was on P4. Looked like he was on an okay run, but tried to go a little bit too much for his run. Now he's invalidated. So we'll cut back 5 minutes. Now a bunch of drivers are coming in. Marco's on the unlap. Sandro, Pepper. We're going to see here Storm as well. So Storm's actually on a run here. We'll see how Storm is doing. So we're going to see on Storm. And we're going to see going through again the last couple corners. We got 6 minutes to go in qualifying. Bunch of drivers coming. Actually, Storm is coming in as well. So no run from Storm. So it looks like a bunch of drivers are coming in. I think Kiki is going out on a lap. So Kiki's on a lap, and we'll go out going on a lap. And Theodore is through Sector 1. I think that's it, because most drivers are cooling in. So yeah, Kiki and Theodore are both on laps here, so we'll keep an eye on both those drivers. With 5 minutes to go, though, it's considering a lap around here is about 1:25. 2 laps is about 3 minutes. So you're going to see, if you're going to go out now, you're going to probably get a 1-lapper, pit, and maybe get another set of softs to go for one more run. But if you don't go out right now, you're going to have to just go out with 3 minutes to go and take 2 attempts at it. But since a lot of drivers only seem to be wanting doing 1 run, it seems that most drivers are going to probably go out with about 1:30, 1:50 left to try to go for that last dash qualifying to make something happen. As you can see, almost the top 11 are all pits. And oh, wrong way around. Theodore goes hard into the wall. That is race over. That is qualifying over. Race is still going. But Theodore's tire is shredded off. Just made a mistake there. Going in to add a corpse. Very easy to get the wrong way around. Tire off. And that is the first casualty of this race. But he will at least be on the grid. P16. But not going to be able to improve on his lap. So back to the lines here. NSR and Vincent. Well, I think it's on a cooldown, so we will not stay with him. Other than that, we got Captain Slow, who's actually on the track right now. Captain Slow, only driver not to set a time so far, so it looks like he was really waiting for the end here. So if he was waiting to the curtains fall almost, we'll see what he does on a time here. It's going to be a P9 run with a 1:24.789, which is an alright lap, but does make some, does have room for improvement here. But going so low in the run here, it does put the pressure on making a good time here. Kiki, I think, is about to start his lap 2. Yeah, Kiki has started a run. He's one of the only few drivers on a run here that's actually counting. So we'll cut aboard with Kiki here, the captain of TTGA. As he's going to be running through Sector 1 here again. He is the captain for a reason, so you think he would have some good speed in that car. A driver to be a threat here. So we'll see at the end of Sector 1 here how he does on times. And we'll see if he does anything going into Brooklands. It is a purple Sector 1, so we'll see how he holds. So we're going to, and we're going to see, is he going to run past the old hangar straight, the old pit lane here, keep it on Maggots and Beckett's here. We just saw Theodore make a mistake here. So we know it can be done. So we'll see here if he's trying to push a little aggressive. You can see him clip the grass a little bit, getting as much as he can on the entry to Maggots and Beckets per se. He's going to try to find as much time as he can, and he's going to be pushing as hard as he can here. So he's going to get on the good exit here. DRS on the exit. We'll see at purple sector 2. Is it purple? It is purple. So this could be a pole run here. We got something here. He's going to have a car just ahead of him. Hopefully he does not impede him too much here on his run. He's going to be just coming into Stowe. And he's just going to on the exit. Don't want to validate. Oh, he almost did. Put 2 wheels out. Almost all 4. Thanking his lucky stars. Going to be coming through the last couple corners. There's 3 minutes to go. This is probably his last major tip. He's going to get at it because it's going to take him a minute to come back to pit lane. And it's going to be a P6 run, a 1:24.571 from Kiki. And that is going to be a P6 run for him. So now it looks like everyone has now got the memo here. It looks like a bunch of drivers are coming out. Pariah's coming out along with a few others. So we're going to see a bunch of other drivers making their attempts here for the last run. Robin is on a lap here. So Robin's one of the only few drivers with 2 minutes to go. So we'll cut on board here with Robin. Going to have a little bit of a bungle coming out of pit lane here. They're all teammates, it looks like. So luckily not going to hold them up too much. And going to be a good run here to see. 2 minutes 25 to go. At the end of Sector 1, going through the arena here, going on to Brooklyn's here. Gonna have a good run here. Let's see if it's purple or not. It's not purple, so it's not gonna be a pole run, but he's looking to at least jump into the top 10 here, per se. But some would also argue that if he does stay outside the top 10, he would get a free choice of tire compound and make it work. So actually, well, 2 minutes ago, see if anyone is still inside that top 10 on mediums. No, they are not. Everyone is on a set of softs. So no driver will be starting in that top 10 on a set of mediums, and I doubt with a minute 54 to go, anyone would be running out on a set of mediums. Minute 50 to go here. He actually is slowing down, so it looks like he's bailing on that lap. Did not feel comfortable, so we'll cut off here. We got a bunch of drivers on out laps, I should say. Kiki coming in, so that should be the end of qualifying for Kiki. So we're going to see who the farthest is on this run here. I think he's going to try to cut through that big train there. It looks like it's going to be Invincitus. Yeah, Invincitus is going to be the farthest out on the circuit here to start his lap. So we're going to see how time he can put down. He'll be the first of the runners here to set on the outlaps here. So Vinces will set the tone here for everyone else. And then it's going to be just chaos as almost every other driver is going to put down a time. It's a minute 17 to go. So this is your last attempt to put something down. So put up or shut up lap. Here we go. And Vince is going to start his run here. And he's going to be followed closely behind by another NSR car. And it's going to be, I think, Pariah, if I'm not mistaken. So both those drivers are going to be starting off on their runs. And it looks like Rob's actually retired from the session, so did not feel comfortable with that lap. And probably does not feel comfortable to make another attempt. That is run over for him. He'll be at least P13, but he could get jumped by a bunch of TTG boys or even a bunch of NSR boys. So we're going to see here as Invincitus is going to put down a run. Purple, Sector 1 here, not purple. He's going to have a run. 40 seconds to go. He's going to be running in the Lufed field. Pronunciation issue. And he's going to be running on to the pit lane straight here. Going to be, as you can see, a bunch of cars actually crossing the line here if you look at the map as they're really making their runs, timing that. Hopefully they don't all get into each other's way and impede their laps because they're all going to give each other tow. But if one car is slow, he could make a mistake and hold everyone else up as they're really starting to try to back down and get as much time as possible here. And it will be very interesting to see if they hold each other up or impede themselves, or if they actually could run here, as Invincitus actually does clip the grass there, going as aggressive as possible, trying to get as much time out of the car as possible. This is his last run. 5 seconds to go in qualifying. This is it, and qualifying is over, so Invincitus is going to be the first one to put a time. Will he improve as he goes through Val and Club, respectively? And it's going to be an interesting run here. It's going to be a time, and it's going to be a P9 run from Invincitus, and he's going to slot in P9. Next up is Pepper, and Pepper goes P4 on the grid. So Pepper has improved, and he's jumped to the P4 to be the fastest car of the runners of NSR. But I feel like all the drivers will have runs for him. Trying to find the next closest driver on track. Just going to quickly try to cut through angles here. We're going to ride aboard with Funky Chicken here. And we're going to ride aboard Funky Chicken. He's going to have a run here, going through the third sector here. Looks like we have a little bit of a jump there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was Coreboy. Coreboy now up to P5 on the grid. Here comes Funky Chicken. Can he improve? Will he be able to get into the 123s? It's going to be, yes, it's going to be a 123.830, but not going to be improvement. So he's going to be P2. We got next up, I think we got County. We got a few other improvements as well. We got Maze jumping up as well. Marco on a run as well. We got Marco, and we do have a few others. We do got, actually, Captain Soul's on a slowdown lap. Graham's a little near the end. We do have Pepper, 7th, and we got Marco. So I should cut back on Marco. Sorry, graphics person. And we got Marco. Marco's going to go P7 on the grid, and I think that should be that. Captain Slow is the only other driver to not put down a lap, and I think he was on a slowdown lap. He is. So that will be the end of qualifying here. And Tom will go down with a pole run here with a 123.783. Funky Chicken X and Noisy will round outside your top three. So TTGG will lock down the first 3 rows of the grid. Pepper will be 4th, and then I think it was 2 other TTG cars as well. So it looks like TTG has the advantage, at least in qualifying. But as they love to say, they don't give up points for qualifying. You can be a Saturday warrior, but stink on Sundays and not make anything happen. So Tom in first, Chunk Chicken in second, Noisy in third, Pry in fourth, Coreboy in fifth, Pepper in sixth, Marco in seventh, County in eighth, Kiki in ninth, and Graham in 10th, rounding out your top 10 per se. And if I'm not mistaken, that is 3 NSR cars in the top 10, while 7 TTG cars. So TTGA definitely has the advantage here today, at least in qualifying. But the race is tomorrow. And, well, I guess I could say tomorrow in game, but it's going to be in a couple seconds here. And that is the end of qualifying. And now we have the start here. We're about to start the formation lap here. Okay, there we go. And we got the formation lap here. It's going to be 26 laps here at beautiful Silverstone. No rain clouds in the sky. It's going to be a beautiful day, so no real issues of chaos, which makes me a bit sad. But yeah, that is what, sometimes that's how it feels. But anyway, we quickly look at the tire changes here as we see who's starting and what. Looks like all the top 13 are all on softs, while 14th, 16th for Storm, Sean, Theodore, and Samitsky are all on mediums. So everyone else is on a set of softs. So it looks like the ideal strategy here would be trying to go for a one-stop per se for softs, possibly the hards or even mediums, while the other drivers will be trying to take advantage of the longer run over here. As we can see, though, everyone 11th on down, it's basically a common F1 rule by now, but there are always a chance for some new viewers or people that don't know. So I will just quickly let you know that if you're outside the top 10, you do get a free choice of tire compound. So it looks like Maze and everyone else is going to get a nice little fresh set of softs or mediums for their adventures. Yeah, as they get the tires all warmed up here and get everything situated to go, we do have a nice, interesting race here per se. I guess something that does pop into my head here, since it's an exhibition, it's not something for team championship points, so it's not going to be a situation where the drivers for TTG are going to be kind of nice with each other. They don't want to wreck each other out, but at the same time, there's nothing really on the line here other than pride. So you don't want to wreck your teammate, but you're also not going to sit behind him if you have a chance to make a pass. So it'll be very interesting to see. At least I don't think team strategies will be too prevalent, but again, if you have a situation, let's say Pariah is in third, and there's a situation where there's Pepper behind him has a faster strategy, or at least is on a faster car, they may cause a little bit of some team orders in the chat per se. But other than that, we're about to finish the lap here. I should throw down a quick prediction here. I think personally who's going to win this battle here is, I'm going to go with, I feel like Tom put down a good lap, but I'm actually going to go Noisy. I think Noisy is going to put down a good lap, and he's going to win today's race, and it's going to be, we'll go a lockout for TTG. Prove me wrong, NSR. Prove me wrong and break up that TTG podium I have predicted. But other than that, they're all about to line up here. Last couple cars going on the grid, and we will be ready to go for 26 laps of this interpromotional battle. We wait for the last car to come in, and there we go. Gotta wait for the game to say it's that. And here we go. Gonna wait to get the good angle here. Hopefully they give me something good. We got 5 lights. There we go. There's the camera I need. 5 red lights. And away they go. Off going into the first corner here. It's going to be a very interesting lap. Looks like the TG cars didn't get bogged down too much. Someone going very aggressive with the NSR cars. We'll see on retrospect how good they go. Oh, someone going very wide. It's one of the NSR cars. I believe that was one of them. I think they may have been... I don't know. It was one of them. I couldn't get the name here. It looks like he pulled it back on track. Everyone else looks relatively clean in the back here. Looks like everyone else is good. We got the Invincibles up to 10th. Everyone else, a little bit squirrely. As one of the NSR cars goes a little bit off, looks like everyone else is retrospectively good, per se. As we do have a battle, I think, for P8. If I'm not mistaken, we got yellow flag sector 1. Someone's the wrong way. That is going to be Sean. We're going to kind of cut down here, see what happened to Sean. It looks like he got refired, but he does have a broken wing. So Sean is going to have to pit on that. So that's not what you want to see. I don't think anyone else... I think maybe Captain Slow as well. Yep, he's missing a part of his wing as well. So it looks like Slow and Sean both collided. So they're both going to have to repit and hope for a safety car. So we're going to cut back to the action here. We do have a pass here for at least 14th between Storm and Maze. And Maze pinches Storm out there. And Storm's wrong way around. Almost takes out his teammate. He gets it refired. I don't think he's got much wing damage, if anything. But that is a little bit of a naughty. And I bet you he's a little bit fuming on radio. We do have pass back for 5th. We're going to cut back to the lead pack here. As we got 5, 6, and 7 all fighting here. We got Marco trying to make a pass on Pariah. And it looks like he's going to at least think about it. Going to try to stick it in on his team. It can't make it happen. Pariah will stay in 6th, and Pepper will stay in 5th. Big breakaway from the top 4, though, as they got at least a second on the field. Top 4 has got a second on 5th place. As we cut through the rest, we got a little bit of an action here as Tom will set the fastest lap of the race here. You can now see the projected strategy. Looks like Storm has pitted, and now Captain Slow is sped in the pit lane. So for a person that has the nickname Captain Slow, you think he wouldn't speed in the pit lane. But, I guess we all are proven wrong eventually. As we cut on board here with Storm here, so we had to wait for the scoring time to make an update. As we do have a possible pass here between an NSR car and a TTG car. I believe that is Graham, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to make it happen, and it's going to be an advantage. Marco, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, we got to wait for the timing of scoring to get updated. I think it is not officially yet. We got now. Whoop, there we go. It's all nice and updated now. Ooh, we have a car off in the grass there. Wrong way around. That is going to be Coreboy. Coreboy has gotten it wrong, and he's got a broken wing. So, just a big mistake there. He's made a mistake, and I don't think he's gotten help from anyone else. It's very odd to spin out there, so it makes me think he may have had some help, but I don't know. We'll have to... I just don't think that happened. But anyway, big breakaway from the top here. Marco, close of action. We got County. My mistake. County's the closest one on track here to make a pass here, so we'll cut it board with County. DRS is not activated yet. It will be activated next time by... We'll see here on that, as it looks like Invincibles County is going to try to make work. Make a pass here. So we're going to see as also Invincibles under pressure from Kiki as well. As again, pops up the pit strategy again. Thank you, AWS, for letting us know. But I think we don't need to keep getting updated here. So anyway, Tom does set the fastest lap of the race here. Invincibles under pressure from Invincibles putting pressure on County. And we do have a possible move here as Kiki is going to... Actually, that's not Kiki, my mistake. Actually, is it Kiki? Because Kiki is not that... Is timing the scoring script again? Because it says Kiki is not where he says he is, and Vincius is in 9th. That's a bit odd. So is that Maze? It's not even Maze. Yeah, it's not Maze. That's Kiki. Okay, there was Kiki. Just give me some odd angles there. My mistake on broadcast here, as it looks like Kiki is going to try to make an opportunity to make something happen here. As you can see a pass in the back there, it looks like one of the NSR cars is going to make something happen. It's going to be Sandre trying to pass Robin. Can he hold around the inside? He can. Sandre going to make the pass, and he's up to P12 on the grid. But can there be an answer back by Storm? He's going to try to hang around the outside in those mediums. He will not make it happen, and Sandre will stay in 12th as Coreboy is actually has now made it down the pit lane, and now he's going to be pitting for his new wing. So again, a big breakaway up front, not missing much here. We got Kiki still in 10th, hounding the back of Invincius. And then, other than that, we got Storm and Sandre fighting as well. We do have actually Graham as well, along with Marco. So we're going to cut to Marco here. Marco on a run here, going to have DRS on Pariah. So he's going to have a run here. Pariah, wrong way around Marco, and almost takes out Graham and County, and that's wing broken. And he's lucky to be in this race still. Just got it wrong way around. Got a little bit of the slipstream, got a little bit of too much push, and that's going to be a VSC. Wrong spot to be parked there. Luckily, he's going to get refired without taking anyone else out. But I bet you it was a Code Brown moment for Graham, per se, as Marco now going to have to pit for a new front wing, and that's another casualty of this race. So you could park up three NSR cars and 2 TTG cars, all having mistakes. It actually looks like Graham is pitting. I don't know if he actually got damaged. It didn't look like he touched him on my screen. So it looks like he was clean in retrospect, but we'll see here if he actually pits to get a new front wing. Let's see what the crew is doing. And we'll see if they do. As now DRS has now been, I guess, re-enabled or enabled again. We'll see if they quickly try to fix his wing or if he's just coming in for a scheduled stop. They are not fixing his wing, so he is just coming in to try to take advantage of that BSC to make it work, as Marco obviously has to fit as well for a front wing change. We're going to cut back to Storm here. Storm got DRS here on Sandre, but Sandre has DRS here. It looks like it's going to be a pass happening. Can he make it work on those mediums? He just got passed. Can he pass him back? Going to try to hang it on the inside here. Just can't make it happen, and he's going to have to tuck in line again and try to wait for that opportunity to come alive. We do have Kiki as well. We're going to cut back to Kiki here, because Kiki is just on the back of Vince's. Can he make it happen? Going in for Maggots and Beckett's here. No, he will not. It would be very daring to see if he even tries to go into Maggots and Beckett's, because that is something where you don't go side by side at the best of times, especially this early in the race, unless you want a formal complaint and a boot up the rears. It looks like we do have Yellow Flag Sector 2. Someone wrong way around. That is Pariah. So Pariah, as you can see, kind of ahead of it. Looks like Pariah also mucked up Maggots and Beckett's, and now he gets a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Just a mistake, as you could say. And now he's going to kind of go to the side to just try to get it fired. Doesn't look like he's got much damage, but 10 seconds is definitely going to be something that he doesn't want to see for something, just slight a mistake here. I think the game is a little bit harsh handing out that penalty, I would argue. So we're going to cut back up to the battles here, and we're going to go back up to, again, Kiki and Vinci is still fighting here. Looks like they're closer, but even that top 6 all the way down 11th, all the battle. The Theodore has retired. I don't know if he crashed. We're going to try to find quickly. Someone went wrong way around. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, a lot of things happened. Kiki, as I just saw, I kind of saw that car flash on the screen as I was trying to cut back to see what happened to Theodore. But yeah, Kiki, as you can see just up the screen there, going into 1-2 complex, just went wrong way around. He's off. He just got the back end loose. It is easy to do, and now he's got no tire, and that's sheared off. So even though, yeah, we're going to have a VSC here to quickly catch a rest. So Theodore crashed, as you can see, just at the end of Sector 2 there, right before Maggots and Beckett's. He has crashed. Looks like he did something similar to what actually happened to qualifying, except hit the other wall, while Kiki did the reverse, and now in 1-2, he actually just kind of mucked it up. Back end got a little bit loose, and that is race over for him. So you saw that blur, and that's race over. So now we got action here. We got Sandre hounding the back of Maze after that VSC, and we also got Noisy just in the back of Funky Chicken. So let's keep an eye on both times here. Actually, we're going to cut the Noisy first, because Noisy is going to be the car. And actually, we have another car off. I believe that is in Sector 1. I believe that is Captain Slow. But we got a pass here. His teammates are fighting here. Funky Chicken and TTG Noisy. And it looks like Noisy's going to make quick work of Funky Chicken and make that pass happen. And now he's up in the second position, now setting his sights on TTG Tom. But it's right now 1-2-3, all TTG, while Fire Pepper is the lone NSR car in the top 5. As we're going to cut back here, we're going to keep looking on the field here. We're going to cut on Storm as well, because Storm is a little bit hounding in the back as well. So we got Storm here, losing a little bit of time here. Again, it looks like the field's actually gotten spaced out, so Kiki was kind of keeping it close. It was actually keeping those intervals nice and tight. But now, with him gone, it looks like everyone's got a little bit of some breathing room here. So we're going to have to wait and see if some cars catch up, or if those tires do fall in and come in line to make something happen. So we're going to kind of cycle through here. Looks like we're going to cut back on Sandre here. He's about 8 tenths. It looks like everyone's really about 7 or 8 tenths behind. So no one's really too close. We can see by this train here that almost everyone is in a DRS train, at least from 6 on back. And it looks like Captain now got 3 for multiple warnings. He is now, I think, repitting, if I'm not mistaken. No, he's actually crashed. If I'm not mistaken, he's off on the wall here. We got no one really can cut to, because he's kind of alone. But actually, he's not crashed out, so actually I can just cut to him, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, he's went wrong way. Did something similar to what I think happened to Kiki, if I'm not mistaken. And even his teammate Pariah's, and 10 seconds well, the leaders are going to come lap him. Ghosting is on, so it should not affect too much here. And he's just going to get past here. Just not the race for Captain Slow. And I guess you could argue he's kind of living up to his name, being, well, Captain Slow. As Kiki has now officially left the session here after crashing out, and is going to be heading home a little bit early here today. So yeah, I assume he'd be coming into pit lane here. No, he's actually going to limp it out and keep going. So Captain Slow just going to keep fighting here. So we're going to cut back to him. Vinci is here, kind of close here. Ooh, very wide there. Definitely going to get into validation and going to make something happen here. Only on lap 7. Noisy does set the fast lap of the race, so Noisy is coming, as he would say, and could be putting a little bit of pressure on Tom. So pit stop should be within the next 4 or 5 laps for the drivers that qualified on softs. So we'll have to keep an eye on that and see if someone tries to do the undercut, because if you're someone like Noisy or Chicken, the undercut could work around here and maybe an ideal strategy to try to get ahead of Tom, because of the DRS train, because he's just on the same splits as them. So it'd be interesting to note that the only way you're really going to get by is maybe an undercut or just trying to put the head down. So Noisy and Chicken maybe playing some team games here to make something happen. But we do have a possible pass here, as Coreboy is going to make a run on Marco here for 16th and 15th respectively, and he's going to try to hang around the outside. You don't want to go too wide, because he will invalidate, and giving you kind of a bad angle there, and he's going to make the pass work as Coreboy is going to pass Marco for 15th, even though it's not for points. That is still a good run for at least by Coreboy, trying to at least keep his head down, hoping maybe a safety car comes out and get rebunched up. We do have actually a possible pass here as we got P8 here. Sandre is on the back of Maze for Ace. So NSR, WLFX 273. Someone is wrong way around. Keep it on the bottom of your screen. That is an NSR car, and that is going to be, as he pulls it the wrong way on the track there, trying to find out who it is. Not giving me the angle indeed at all. Still trying to figure it out who it is. I think it may have actually been Captain Slow. I'm going to assume it was Captain Slow because he was in that lap down pack, and no one else kind of went up or down with the red arrow. So it was most likely Captain Slow that lost the wrong way around, unless I could be mistaken. But there were no arrows on the side of the screen, so it's safe to assume it was probably him. But yeah, lap 8 here, and Noisy not reeling in too much here. We got Soundray on the back of Maze. Storm now gets a 3-second for multiple warnings. So him and Pariah, only 2 in the top 18, all to have time penalties. So, first major cuts of the day, only on lap 8 though. So it'll be interesting to see how they slot up. Capsule has actually now retired from the race, so now we're down to 17 runners. 2 NSR cars have retired, and 1 TTG car has retired as well, so 17 left in the field. So advantage right now, TTG. So it looks like Sandre going to try to make a pass on the move here to make something happen. Thought about it, a little bit of a lockup, but could not make it happen. Didn't want to risk the race there on lap 8, so he's just going to have to tuck in behind and just keep going, per se. So we actually, we have that. We also, if you keep an eye on the intervals, we do got Noisy and Tom as well. Again, Noisy slowly reeling in Tom. I keep saying that, but you can kind of see it, that Noisy is slowly reeling him in. So could have a pass in the next lap or two if he keeps that pace. So right now, again, going through Maggots and Beck, Sandra maybe trying to set up for a move here on the hanger straight and see if he can make something happen here. Gonna have DRS open. Gonna make something happen here. Can he get a good run here? Now he's a little bit too far away to make something happen. So it looks like Maze is went through a little bit better through Maggots and Beckett's and got that better entry and exit. And also now gonna have DRS from the car ahead. So Maze is gonna survive another day. So we do actually have a pit stop there up the road there. It is gonna be the first pit of the day. County gonna be pitting. If I can get an angle on him, there we go. County pitting. And it's going to be him pitting, first driver to pit, going for that undercut per se to try to get as much time as he can. Assuming he'd be going on a set, I think mediums would not make it this far per se, but he's actually going to try the medium, so I don't know, mediums could make it this far, but it's going to be closer than he probably would want. But he'll be the first driver to go for it and try to make it the farthest on the tires. Back to the battle here. We'll cut actually back to the battle for the lead here per se, as we got top 3 here, all still under a blanket per se, and then 5 seconds to Pepper. So TTG is really stamping their putting their foot on the field and letting them know that they are the stronger academy, at least for now. But then you do got Pepper and Vince's in 5th and 6th respectively, so they're trying to get in that top 3, but they're going to need some help. Yeah, actually, we do actually have Storm, so we're going to cut back to Storm. Storm is kind of close here. Going to have a good run through Maggots and Beckett's. He could be on the exit, at least have at least a good chance to make a pass on the with DRS on the hanger straight. Very slow, though, from Sandre. So Sandre looks like you can see with the blinking light, he's used a lot of his ERS here. So it looks like advantage you can see the thrill, but even then, even Storm doesn't have much ERS to give as well. And clips the grass, Sandre does. So Sandre could be a sitting duck here from Storm. Storm going to have DRS here, going to try to make it around the outside, and he's going to make the pass work. And Storm is going to pass Sandre for 7th, so put Storm up 1 position and put Sandre down 1 position. So 7th, 8th respectively. Now we have started lap 10, and now Preppy Pepper has pitted, and Vincius as well, and Vincius has sped. So mistakes galore as NSR has Vincius has sped, so you're going to have to add a time to him and add 5 seconds. And now the pit window is open for a lot of drivers, so we see a bunch of other drivers should be pitting soon as well, and also Robin as well. So it looks like the NSR boys have gotten kind of in the same headspace here, maybe communicated with each other and said, pit on lap 10, pit on lap 10. So I wouldn't be shocked if we see all the TTG boys maybe pit in the next lap or 2 as well. And if I'm not mistaken, all of them have put on a set of mediums. Mediums. Yep, they all have put on mediums, so it looks like one stop to the end for majority of the field. So I'm going to take a quick check here of the tires one more time just to make sure to see how everyone is doing here. Quick check on these tires. Yep, everyone is on 9 laps. We do have 9 laps. We can see that Storm and Samitsky can go a little bit longer in the tooth because they are on mediums respectively. And if we go by, mediums respectively, and we do have a little bit of a lag here. Share play a little bit lagging. We'll get it refixed here, and then we should be good. But yeah, So we can see that the farthest runner of the pit stops is Pepper right now. Pepper is currently the highest, but we'll see when they pit out here. It's actually Noisy on the back of Tom here while it's checking the pit stops. Noisy has really reeled in Tom. Will they pit this lap? It looks like both drivers, both TG drivers will be pitting along with Funky Chicken, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, they all will pit. So looks like the memo is for TTG to pit on lap 11 while NSR pits on lap 10. As it looks like May's coming in as well. I assume Storm is staying out. Yep, Storm is definitely staying out on those mediums. So he'll be staying out one more run. And we do have a yellow flag sector 2. That's Prior Pepper crashing. Can we get someone over there? I think Robin will see if he can keep an eye on him. He's over to the left. Yep, he has gone wrong way around. Maggots back. That's a safety car. So that is going to bunch up this field. So Pepper looked good to at least be, if a safety car came out, to get real bunched up. But he's made a mistake. And Maggots and Beckett's, similar to a bunch of other drivers today. And that is race over him and sheared off his wheel. And that is done so for him. And Seal to get bunched out. So that's actually going to kind of help out, maybe Storm per se. But he probably was hoping that safety car came out just a bit later so he could really capitalize on it. But he's going to be only about 11 seconds up the road. So he's definitely going to get jumped in pit lane by a bunch of drivers. So he was going to kind of be hoping. And he actually just caught the safety car too. So that was probably the worst timing for that to happen. Because if it just came out just a bit later, he could have got by the safety car and pitted and maybe gotten a few extra spots. But now that he's under the safety car, everyone is going to get bunched up here. And he's really going to be kind of a sitting duck. So yeah, he's definitely going to have to pit, probably under the safety car. He's going to definitely pit. Then so the factor lead will go to Tom. Then you got Tom, Noisy, Chicken, Graham and Maze. Maze has pitted, Graham has not, so Graham may also pit as well. But he's on 6-lap-old mediums, so he's probably not going to be able to make it to the end per se, but he could try to stretch it. But if he wants to play it safe, he may decide to go on a set of mediums as well, or because he can't make it on the softs. That'd be too little too late. That'd be about 22, 23 laps per se. It'd just be too worn to even make anything happen. So it's safe to assume that Graham probably will pit this time, at least pit sooner than later. Other than that, everyone else should be good to go. May I'll see Coreboy and Marco pit as well, just because they're in the back, and take advantage of safety car to get some fresh rubber to make it to the end. But if you pit now, you'll definitely make it to the end of the race. So yeah, we have for the rest of the field to bunch up here. Storm as well, just going to kind of ride on board here. And we do actually see here and make it work. So right now, if we have a quick standings update on lap 11 here, we do got TTGa at 147 points, while NSR is only at 67, which kind of makes sense, considering the fact that 3 NSR cars have crashed, and most of the NSR boys are 8th on back. Top 7 is all locked out with TTG, as now with Storm pitting, he's obviously going to fall a little bit farther, so we'll bump them all up 1. But, yeah. Right now, TTG is currently leading this interpromotional battle by a comfortable margin. And with NSR losing a bunch of cars, they're definitely going to have to get some luck to break their way and to get back in this fight. As he's actually the only one to pit there, which I'm kind of shocked Storm is the only one to pit because, personally, I figured some of those guys on 6 lap 7 on low mediums definitely just pit to get fresh rubber to be sure to make it to the end. But that's the reason why I'm in the booth, because I'm not a team engineer, because sometimes my calls don't make sense, but maybe they've talked that during the race. So yeah, we just wait here. A bunch of drivers are warming up their tires, and they are going to be getting nice and gripped up here. Just getting nice and warm to make this happen. So yeah, again, almost everyone on mediums. Again, if I know I'm going to throw a speculative out here, but if I'm NSR, I may be tempted to try something different. It's lap 12:26. Even though most of them have already pitted, so it's not like it's going to make too much sense to come in again to get a fresh set of rubber. But, like, Schmidtsky actually did come in for a set of soft, so points for him for trying something different. But if you're like Marco, for instance, come in and try something different. You're on a set of hards. You're in 14th position. Maybe try something different. Same thing with Cowboy. Try to get up the field, because even Graham as well, maybe try something different, because like now, mediums may make it to the end. But if you pit right now, you're going to fall down to 15th, though. So maybe not Graham, but if you're Marco Corboy, you got nothing to lose. Just try it, because it would make sense, at least in my opinion. But then again, like I said, this is why I'm up in the booth, not making team predictions. We'll do have one more lap of safety car, most likely, because the field did catch him. The field is bunched up here. We're still waiting for Sean to catch up. But I think we have at least one more lap, because it is always 2 laps. Actually, never mind, because Tom he caught the field a little early. It will make the safety car come in 1 lap early, because that counted as 1 lap. So we're going to have the safety car good to go here. I'm going to ride on board here with Chicken just to see how much Tom decides to wait here to go here. Some drivers like to go as quickly as possible. Other drivers like to wait to the death of the nail to go. I think, if I'm not shocked, he may wait probably... we'll see, because I don't know Tom's strategies too much, because I've not seen much enough to get a good call here on when he decides to go in the safety car. So we'll see here how he does it. Pepper has left the session, still waiting him up. Going to try to maybe back him up here in the last couple corners. Going to wait, and now he's going to go. Going to let kind of help out his teammates here and give him good exits, because, again, it's all teammates fight here. You're not fighting for individual glory. You're fighting for your team. So you do have a pass here, possibly for 6th and 7th. It looks like Mays did not get the memo, and it looks like he's going to be under pressure to make something happen here. Sorry, County, my mistake, was not the memo. Oh, we got a clip of the grass by Vincius. He almost takes out his teammate, and a lot of things happening there. County did not get the memo. It looks like, two teammates almost collide there. Actually, that's not teammates. Sorry, Sondre and County both collide there, still side by side, and it looks like it's going to be advantage Sondre, at least per se. We're going to have a possible opportunity for a chance here to happen. County and Sondre still fighting, but it looks like Sondre is going to get the spot on County. So Sondre to 6th, County to 7th, and Mays the big winner there in 5th. So it looks like, again, County didn't get the memo or was caught napping, and that allowed Sondre and Mays to fight. And then Vincius kind of got a run up there per se, and just got a little too close and clipped the grass and almost took out one of his teammates. But I guess you could argue no harm, no foul. And they're all still at least pointing in the right direction, at least to say. County has the 3-second time penalty as well, so you're going to have to add 3 seconds to his time. It looks like County, Robbie, and all have time penalties. I'm just going to pull up penalties here to give you a quick chance here to see. 3 seconds for County, 5 for Robin, 5 for Invincius. Storm has 3, and Pariah has 10. So Pariah, as he makes the pass for 10th position, though, he's going to, at the very least, need to find a way to shave penalties off, because I think one of those is definitely probably speeding in the pit lane at the very least. Actually, no, he got that, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he get that time penalty for, I think he got that 10 seconds for that going off the track, and they gave him 10 for cutting. He pinches out Coreboy, and now Coreboy going to have to take the long way around, and he's going to fall back horribly back there, and he's going to have to slot back in and P16 on the grid. Again, maybe not too much friendliness between the NSR and TTG boys, as it looks like Robin going to try hanging around the outside. Yellowflex Sector 1, Storm has retired, and he's made a similar mistake to what happened to Kiki earlier, as he's gone off in turn 2, and he's just hit the inside wall. So another driver has been claimed, and that is going to be another NSR car. We're down one more down, so NSR is really losing drivers here, so they're having problems keeping on the track per se, and keeping the car pointing in the right direction. So we have to wait for the VSC to end here. Again, Tom did get a good start on Noisy, so 1, 2, 3 still not changed. Is kind of our major battle we have on track. So, yeah, we're just waiting for the VSC to end here. Just waiting, as you can see, that Robin is really hanging on the back of County here, just waiting for that VSC to end, try to get as much time as he can, maybe get a good exit here, maybe hoping that it ends just in the middle, just waiting for the good time for it to end, maybe on the straight, the hangar straight here. Still waiting for it to end here. Thought it would end. There it goes. Looks like County actually got a little bit nap in there, but Robin was just on the back of him trying to change his gears. So it looks like a big stack up here. 7, 8, 9 all on the back of County, and County kind of lost touch of Sondre. So we're going to have to straight. Actually, we got a pass here for the lead, it looks like, per se. Actually, we're going to cut back here. Sorry, but Vincius, because Vincius could have a possible make here. We got a lot of field here covering. It looks like Noise was relatively close on Tom, and we do have Vincius as well, just on the back here on this train. Now DRS enabled. It may be sooner rather than later that Noisy gets around Tom, as Storm has now officially left the session. So Sondre could be setting up for a pass on Maze, and we have Robin and Vincius probably setting up a pass on County. But right now we'll cut on board here with Sondre, because he's going to have DRS first on this thing, so we'll see if he makes something happen. DRS has now been enabled, and we do have 12 laps to go here. And he's going to open up DRS here. He's going to have a run here. He's definitely going to have it. Going to put the rich fuel on. We'll see if he makes something happen here. Not close enough to make something happen. So he's going to have to slot behind and make a pass on a later date. Maybe possibly going into hangar straight in the next DRS straight. If he can time up Maggots back as well, he could have an opportunity to make a pass there. Robin and Vincius did lose a little bit of touch. We do actually have a pass. It looks like Storm and Samitsky are fighting 11-12. Samitsky pitted for a set of softs, while Storm pitted for a set of mediums. But Storm is a little bit faster. Storm is actually on a set of softs. My mistake. They're both on softs, both pitted under that safety car. Looks like Storm going to try to hang it around the outside. Can he make it work? It looks like actually Samitsky cuts the glass a little bit. Maybe try to give a little bit of space to Storm, even though they're not teammates. Didn't have to do that. Just showing some respect. And Storm is going to make the pass quick work. He's going to make the pass work up to 11th. He goes back to the top battle here. It looks like Sondre going to have possibly a run here to make something happen. Thinks about it, but can't make it happen. Further in the back, we got Robin and County, but nothing happens. And Marco makes a pass on Samitsky for 10th. Going to try to quickly cut there. We do have a battle, so actually we'll stay on board here with this for a second here. We do have a big log jam here, so this looks like it's more likely to have a pass happen here than up in the front. So actually we'll cut on board with Sean, as Sean is going to be just on the back here, probably trying to think of his next opportunity to make something happen here. We know Sean's got a little bit of speed, per se. Doesn't have as much ERS, though, in the tank. So it's highly likely he'll make something happen here, per se. Actually, it looks like, we're going to cut back here, as we're going to see, as he just almost get at the back of it. Actually, we got a possible pass here with Sondre, just on the back here. Could make something happen here. And he's going to have something happen. DRS open. Will he try to stick it up on the inside here? He's going to make an attempt at it, and he's going to hang it on the inside, and he's going to try to lock up, though, and he touches him, and it's wrong way around. So he looks like he just tried to go for the chocolate biscuit a little too early, and he may have wing damage as well, and now he's down to 10th. So that's something that NSR wanted to see. He was the highest NSR car, and now he's down to 11th, and if I'm not mistaken, does have wing damage. You can see part of his wing is missing, and he's going to have to pit. So that puts him that highest NSR driver in 7th with Robin, who's a little bit far back. We're going to cut back to Vincius here. He's really on the back of Robin here, his teammate. And he's going to have definitely a good opportunity to make something happen here on the hangar straight, per se. Definitely going to have DRS here. Oh, wrong way around goes Robin. It looks like he just got a little bit of a touch, and that's in the wall, and Robin is now out of the race. And Sean gets 5 seconds. So we got a lot to cover here. And Vincius looks like he just gave a little bit of a chrome horn to his teammate there. Maybe just got a little loose. A little bit of a bad angle there. And it looks like now Tom's going to pit to go on a set of softs here, per se. Only driver looks like he's going to do it. Got the late memo there. Definitely going to try to jump in here and maybe try to take advantage of the safety car. But while that was happening, and now Vincius pits as well. A bunch of other drivers in the back pitting as well. So they're going to try to go for a last set of soft a soft run here at the end. But we do also have Sean, who ran into the back of, I believe, I'm not mistaken, Coreboy or maybe Marco, 1 of 2, and got 5 seconds for a severe collision. So he's going to be held for 5 seconds in the pit lane. His pit lane is a little bit crowded here with all those Stig fire suits. Just waiting to make something happen here. So now Shimitsky's actually left the session, and we're now down to 14 runners. Actually, I think maybe something happened to Sean and Shimitsky, if I'm not mistaken. But we were watching that battle there, and we may have just kind of missed it. We only have one camera, so that does happen. But right now, a quick little update in the field. We have TTG, Funky, Graham, Mays, County, Tom, Storm, Corboy, Sean. We have 9 TTG cars left, while we only have 4 NSR cars left. So it looks like, I don't have to be a map edition to decipher it, but it looks like the advantage here today is going to be TTGG, unless Divine Intervention or Rapture or something. It's most likely going to be a TTGG day. They're going to take the... at least, they may not win the race per se, because anything's still possible, but they're probably most likely going to get more points than NSR will. So, at the very least, in the constructors-wise, that is probably locked up per se, unless something, again, horrible happens to the TTG boys. Mass lag out, perhaps. Who knows? So let's wait for the rest of the field to get bunched up here as well. Next question, though, is worth noting as we'll pull up the, again, the tire strategies here, tires here, is that 7th on down all decide to pit for softs, while 6th on up are going to try to hang out on their mediums and hang on the track position. When we go back to go, it will be on lap 19, so we'll have about 7 laps to go. So it will be very close, per se, on tires, per se, and we know softs can have an advantage here, and with 7 laps to go, they'll definitely not be they won't fall off too much at the end of this race. But, at the same time, can they work their way through the traffic and be able to get their way back up? Because even though they'll have the tire advantage, they have to try to get past Sondre, County, Maze, Graham, Chicken, and Noisy, and that's easier said than done, especially around Silverstone. Essentially, DRS won't be activated till, if the safety car were to come in on lap 19, won't be activated till 22. They only give them about 4 laps of DRS to make something happen and make it occur. So yeah, as we do wait for the safety car to go around here again. But other than that, just a quick race recap here, per se, is, yeah, top 3 have basically stayed the same here, per se, other than Tom pitting there. Tom has basically led every lap of this race so far, with Noisy in 2nd, Chicken in 3rd, and it's been basically a TTG show all the day here, with the lone, most of the NSR cars running into trouble or running into issues, with right now the highest runner is right now Sondre in 6th. So NSR may want to go back to the drawing board and, I won't say change their development plan, but make something maybe happen. We do actually have a points update here as well. Now we have official tally here. It is TTGA at 148 points, where they actually gained some points, while NSR is only at 45. So, yeah, a lot of if you remember on lap 11, it was 140 and 74. So now that is 8 points gained by TTGE, while a lot of points lost by NSR. So, yeah, NSR is throwing away a lot of points. So yeah, we probably have one more lap of safety car here presumably, unless it comes in again. But since the safety car did take an extra lap to kind of get bunched up here, I'm going to... Well, they are bunched up, so I wouldn't be shocked if it actually does come in this lap. We'll have to wait and see. But... yeah, we'll just have to wait and see here. We'll get the little indication here just past the Armco sign. If it does go away, they'll flash at the bottom screen. Yep, it is in this lap. So it is go time here. Can the medium runners hang on for their lives? Or will the soft runners be able to carve their way up for the field and make something happen? Only one way to find out, and that's staying here on this, watching the stream and making this happen. So yeah, we'll cut aboard here with Graham here, because I do like to watch again. Third place car here to see if he bunches up the field or not. Again, Noisy now leading the pack here. He does like to go a little bit later in the tooth, so he's probably going to wait, probably do something similar to what Tom did, if I'm not mistaken, and just wait and try to help his teammates out and get a good run here. It's going to be, yep, he does go right around the same time Tom does, but Chicken gets a little bit more bogged down. So Chicken did get a little, was not catching the memo. Maze on the back here didn't get the memo as well. We got a big 4-car battle here for 4th on back. So it looks like the top 3 did get a good of a breakaway there. It looks like Sandre going to try to make pass. Oh, wrong way around goes Sandre. And Sandre's in the wall on lap 1, and he's going to be a broken just wing, definitely for sure. And that's another NSR car that's had a horrible mistake. As we do have a pass here, going to cut back, sorry about this, to Tom and County. And we got a big battle here for the position here. It looks like Tom is going to make quick work of Maze. And that's something that lead pack did not want to see, because now Tom is going to be in 4th position, only a second behind Graham, Chicken, and Noisy on fresh tires. So cue the Jaws music, because anything, basically he smells blood in the water, and he's going to make something happen as Pariah makes a pass on County for 6th position. So now the highest runner for NSR is in 6th position right now, and that's Pariah. So Pariah looking to maybe get a top 5 for his team here today. And the only 2 NSR cars in the top 10 are Pariah and Marco, respectively. Speaking of Marco, he's on the back of County here. Can he make something happen here on the Hangar Straight? Definitely on those fresh softs, could make quick work of County, and he will. And that will put County down to 8th, and that will put Marco up to 7th. So that is 7th, 8th, respectively, for both drivers. So yeah, back to the battle. Tom is now already on the back of Graham. Now we know Graham is on like 12-lap-old mediums, so he's very limping a little bit more than Chicken and Noisy is, and maybe there'll be some teamwork here, maybe some team play, per se, but since they're both in the same team and they're both pretty much locked out this win, it's just now for pride, so I think he'll fight up, but not going to make much of an effort here. Tom going to get past Graham for 3rd, and now Tom is setting his sights up for 2nd and 1st, and only being a 2nd down the road, that's probably easier said for him to do than done. Now back to Pariah and Marco here. We got Marco and Pariah 6th and 7th respectively, both within about not that far of distance here to make something happen. Highly unlikely they'll pass each other right now, especially considering what happened to all the other NSR cars. They may want to bring home some solid points regardless and just try to get this a strong performance here for the team. We also have Storm and Coreboy in the back as well fighting. We'll keep an eye on that as well and maybe cut to him in a second. See, and actually, we do have a pass here. As we were riding there, it looks like Tom has made a quick work of Chicken, and Tom is now up to 2nd. So Chicken just made a pass where I didn't think that was going to happen there, to be honest. I thought he would at least waited maybe for the Hangar Straight, but looks like he got a really good run there because he was only a 2nd behind, so I thought he wasn't going to gain that much time, but Tom is really pushing, and considering how quickly he made that pass happen, maybe we'll just stay on board with him and see how quickly he catches Noisy, because it's only 1.5 seconds, and now Robin has left the session. So down to 13 cars. Now Marco's actually passed Pariah as well for 6th. And Pariah's now down to 7th. So Marco now on the fastest run. NSR's highest position driver right now in 6th. And now DRS has now been enabled. It's now Tom, obviously, that's the fastest lap of the race because he is driving like a madman per se. But he's not really cutting into that gap too much with Noisy, though, because it's still 1.5 seconds. So maybe Noisy feels a little bit more comfortable on those mediums. We're going to cut the Coreboy here. I think he may have a possible lunge here to have something happen here. And he's definitely going to have a pass on Conti here. Try to hang it around the outside. Can he make it stick? He can make it stick, and he's going to make the pass happen. Coreboy to 8th, Conti to 9th. So County just not making a mistake here. County really having problems with these safety car restarts, and he's always using a sitting duck sitting on him. And now he's down to 9th position. And we do have Invincius passing Sean. We do have a possible batting for 11th, 12th. And we do got Invincius going to make the pass on Sean. And Invincius now at 11th trying to get another NSR car inside the top 10. But we're going to cut back up here to Marco in 6th right now. But we're going to probably make a quick jump to Tom in a few seconds here because Tom is within a second, and he's about to enter the hangar straight. He's probably not going to make a lunge on the hangar straight, but wrong way around goes Marco, and he's made a mistake, and good thing we're running aboard here. He's made a mistake off into the kitty litter, and that's another NSS car that's made a mistake in the hangar, not the hangar straight, Maggots and Beckett's, and Coreboy's also retired. He is also crashed, so it looks like maybe, per se, as Marco made the mistake, Coreboy tried to make evasive action or got maybe a little spooked, and he's also made a mistake, and he has crashed in similar instances to a bunch of other cars, and that is race over for Coreboy, and Coreboy is now going to fall down to 13th on the grid. We do have a pass here as well. We got Pariah and Sean, and it looks like Sean is going to push Pariah a little bit wide, and Sean is going to take the spot for 9th. But now we're going to cut back on board with the leader because the pass is almost, I assume, intimate here. And we do have a battle here for the lead as Tom is now going to have DRS here on Noisy. So it's pretty much, I assume, he's just going to get by him like he's standing still. And that is Tom going into first position. And I would probably safe to assume that that is probably the race unless something happens to Tom. But knock on wood, because anything is possible in racing. Tom could easily make a mistake similar to Coreboy or anyone else that has crashed out here today. So I won't call it chicken to him yet, but as long as he keeps it clean, that is most likely his win here today. But other than that, we're going to cut back here to Storm because he's on the back of County in 7th. Because I assume Noisy, well, actually, we're going to cut the Storm here, per se. We're going to keep an eye on that time with Noisy. Now, Noisy's losing a lot of times. Yep, now definitely Noisy's not going to have a lunge here. Tom, I was keeping an eye on to see if maybe Noisy would have something happening here, but not going to happen. Storm on the back of County here. Remember, County did not pit under the safety car. Storm did. So if Storm doesn't get the pass here, he's definitely going to at least be getting closer and closer and trying to inch his way closer and closer to make a pass happen. Mace has also caught Graham as well. So, again, a pass could be intimate per se. So, yeah, we do have only 4 laps to go here in this battle here, and like I said under the last safety car, I think it's game, set, match for County here, because with only 4 NSR cars left, and it being basically almost all of them outside the points, or not getting many points to begin with, it's highly likely TTG will walk home with a victory here today, but won't be a clean sweep because they don't have enough cars to do that because of Coreboy and Kiki crashing, but they can at least try to get as many points as they can. But yeah, right now something else is catching my eye, though, is that Noisy's not really losing that much time to Tom. He's losing some, and he definitely won't get re-buy, per se, unless a mistake were to occur. But it's safe to assume, as actually I'm going to cut back to Noisy here just to kind of show, is that Noisy is still kind of close. So it makes me think that maybe if Tom burned his tires up a little bit too much, because he's definitely hanging in those Maggots Beckett's in those corner sections, but it looks like Tom really gaps him on the straights. So if I had a fancy guess, Noisy's really got that car set in for the corners, while Tom is really set in for the straights per se. But now here comes Noisy, so hold on a minute. I may have counted my chickens a little bit too quickly, because Noisy is just on the back of Tom here, and he's keeping it, I'm honest. Even though you would think with the softs having such a strong advantage over the mediums, especially those softs being a lot fresher than Noisy's mediums, maybe Noisy's got a chance here to make something happen. But now that I'm probably watching it, it's highly unlikely, because I may have put the camera jinx on him, but the pressure is now on, and he's going to have DRS here again. He could actually maybe make something happen if he could judge his braking points here. So hold on a minute, folks. We may have a battle for the win. So we're going to check here on Noisy. Yep, Noisy doesn't get a good exit, though, so he's definitely not going to have a lunge here on the straight. So good exit by Tom. As you can see by the ERS here, Noisy does have about 40% ERS, give or take, while Tom has, they're both about the same ERS, though. Actually, it looks like Noisy has just a little bit more than Tom. So Noisy can use a little bit more on those straights to stay close. So Noisy's going to use that introduction system to his advantage. We do have Pepper getting a time penalty as well, and we're going to cut back to County and Storm because they are a little bit close here as well. I don't think a pass will happen going into Maggots Beckett's. So we'll stay on board here with County and Storm and see if anything's possible, because they're right now 6th and 7th respectively. And Storm is finally kind of reeled back in. And then we also have a Maze just up the road as well. And he's a little bit slow, so he may be under pressure from an attack. Because it looks like County just trying to get as much time as he can off that straight, per se. And, ooh, it's close up to the battle for the lead, but not enough to make a pass happen. But definitely something could happen with the next 2 laps. So nothing happening here. We're going to cut back to the battle. Actually, we'll see here real fast if County can make a pass happen here. My see here, it just looks like he's got a good enough exit, but just not enough to make something happen. But definitely could something happen on the next DRS straight. We have 2 laps to go here. Noisy, again, just gets close. He has a good Sector 3, so we'll cut back to Noisy here. He's got a good Sector 3 car, per se, but he's just, and even in Maggot's back, because he's good in Sector 2 and Sector 3, but Sector 1, Tom is really much stronger than Noisy. So Noisy loses so much time in Sector 1 that he uses all Sector 2 and Sector 3 to catch back up, that it's just, he's going to have to get a good Sector 1 to make something happen. We do have Pariah and Marco both hitting, so it looks like they may be trying to go for the fast lap of the race. I'll quickly cut to them just to make sure. Yeah, they're both going for a set of softs, per se, so they're both going for the fast lap of the race to hold their hat on something. County could have a pass here, and it looks like he's going to try to make a pass on Maze, and he's going to make it work, and County now up to 5th, Maze down to 6th, Storm to 7th. Quick points update as well, just in case for the viewer at home. It's 147 for TTGG, and 147 points, while NSR is at 39. So yeah, as I've been predicting, NSR is really far behind. It's highly likely they'll be able to close that gap, but you never know. Anyway, Maze as well, just Noisy, Tom. It looks like Noisy's just not close enough to make something happen. We do have County just got by. Can Storm make a pass on Maze before the race ends? We also do have to take penalties into consideration as well. I'm just going to pull them up just to show the viewer at home. Take that into consideration. Remember, Noisy also does have 3 seconds, so he even does get by, he won't keep the spot unless Tom gets a time penalty. We also have County with 3 as well, so County's trying to fall as well. Other than that, Storm, Vincius, Sean, Marco, and Pry all have time penalties ranging from 3 to 8. So it looks like right now, we'll do the math at the end, but it's safe to assume that, as you can see, NSR car coming out of pit lane there, it's safe to assume that, yeah, Tom's got this unless he loses 3 seconds. But then Noisy will at least be able to hold him the second because he's 3 seconds clear of Chicken, unless Chicken can get half a second clear of the driver in question. Now, Storm is still on the back of Maze. Even though this won't technically count for anything because he does have 3 seconds, it's safe to assume that he at least wants a position on track for Pride, you could argue, and make something happen. We do have also Storm in the back of Maze. Maze on the back of County, because Maze doesn't really have to force that pass as well because Maze will get that spot regardless, but maybe, again, Maze wants it for Pride. So yeah, Noisy has lost a little bit too much time as this is last major battle. We'll keep an eye on that. Per se, can Storm have an answer going into Maggots and Packets? We do have Marco passing Sean for 9th. We'll see if that's anything is possible. We'll see if we'll keep an eye on that. But as they go through the last couple corners here, I think Storm's not going to have enough answers. We're going to cut back to the leader here. As it looks like Tom is going to come to the last couple corners here. It's been a great day for Tom. He took pole position. He's been a very fast driver here today. And it's going to be that. And he's going to win this race. And he's going to win the race for TTG. And they are going to win this race. Noisy going to come home in 2nd. And Funky Chicken is going to come home in 3rd. So top 3 basically the same from the start of this race, and then we're going to lock down 1, 2, 3. Graham going to come home in 4th position, and we're going to have Maze jumping up to 5th because of time penalties, County in 6th, Storm in 7th, Vincius in 8th, and he's going to be the highest NSR car, Marco in 9th. Well, we're going to wait for Marco to come in 9th, but Marco's got definitely 3 seconds, and considering that Sean has 6 and Pariah has 16, and the gaps are huge, it's safe to assume Marco's going to finish 9th, Sean 10th, and Pariah 11th, respectively. And Sandra will round out 12th, as Sandra has now just crossed the line. So we're going to wait for the last 3 cars to finish up here today. But, yeah, you could argue that it was a great day here today for TTG. Great finish, per se, and they've done a great thing. Oh, and wrong way around goes Marco, so hold on a minute, folks. That could affect the points a little bit, as Sean is now going to cross the line, and Marco could easily end up. So the points update here, actually, it looks like Pry is going to slow down here and maybe let Marco have the spot. Nope, he's just going to do some donuts here and show off for the crowd, per se. And now both cars are doing some donuts here as Sandra's already down. So, yeah, they're doing some donuts for the crowd here today. But, yeah, quick points update was 146 to 40. But considering that Sean did get by at the last second, I think that maybe a couple points changed. So, but still, TGG walks home with the victory here today as we still wait for Marco to do his donuts. But, yeah, kind of a poor performance here for NSR, while TGG just kind of had a great day here today. But it looks like just the main flaw for NSR was that they just couldn't keep it clean. They just had mistake after mistake. Maybe it was something in the setups. Maybe it was something just kind of having nerves. But they just had problems keeping their cars on the track and just kind of going off in wrong sections and making mistakes. But that's sometimes the point in racing. They'll probably take it as a learning experience. and make something happen. Yeah, TTG does finish with 147 points, while NSR does get 39 points, respectively. So that is how it's going to finish with the standings. TTG walks away home with the victory, as we still kind of wait. There's the podium celebration, as we do have Tom celebrating with his two teammates, and a big victory here today for TTG. I know I keep stating the obvious, but yeah, they deserve to have the obvious stated multiple times, because they have shown a strong performance and deserve to have their names brought up. So yeah, that will pretty much do it here as we wait for the podium celebration to finish up. But yeah, that will pretty much do it. And I think I'll just do a quick rundown of the final results, give a driver of the day, and I think that will be our sign-off here. So just waiting for final results to load up. Hopefully it's not glitched. If that is the case, I'll have to quickly go back and just quickly rewrite it, just quickly show off one more time. I think, yeah, it's not popping up. So I'll do a quick rundown of the graphics one more time. Tom obviously gets the victory today. Noisy in second, Funky Chicken in third, Graham in fourth, County in fifth, Maze in sixth, Storm in seventh. Invinci is the highest runner for NSR in eighth, Marco in ninth, Sean in 10th, Pariah in 11th, Sondre in 12th. And then they were the 12 drivers that finished. And then Conboy, Robin, Smitsky, Storm, Frya Pepper, Captain Slow, Kiki, and Theodore all crashed out. And 13th on down all crashed out. So personally, if I had to predict the driver of the day here today, I'm personally going to probably give my points to, I'm going to give it to Tom. I think Tom got pole position, almost basically dominated from lights to flag, and only time he gave up the lead was to pit for softs, and he made those softs work. So I'm going to give my driver of the day to Tom, and that will be that. So that will basically do it for me here today. Hopefully you, I hope I didn't scare off too many people. Been a little bit rusty. Hopefully it's been good for you. It's good for me, but that will basically do it for me. I'm Pepsi212. I'm signing off. Thank you and good night.
Woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. How'd I end up alone? I'm not certain. The girls impolite in the club every night. Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. How'd I end up alone? I'm not certain. Girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you're Hollywood perfect. Yeah, I'm on my way home. I'm no good for you, so I drive around Manhattan. They're all laughing, oh, I'm tragic. Yeah, I'm driving in my car and seeing open, but I can't go down that road again. I'll smoke a cigarette, but will that help me forget you? Will that help me forget you? I just need to forget you. Oh, you. I need to treat you better than that and make you feel like I did in the past. Oh, I will treat you better than that. I don't need to forget you. I need to treat you better than that and make you feel like I did in the past. Oh, I will treat you better than that. I don't need to forget you. treat you better than that. I don't need to forget you. I need to treat you better than that, and make you feel like I did in the past. Oh, I will treat you better than that. I don't need to forget you.
There's something that won't let me forget the way that you move. You tattooed me with your lips. I wore you like perfume. We were like no other, two hearts on the edge, but we went from lovers to just being friends. Play me like a song stuck in your head, but you still get my blood rushing. Dance with me, baby, you take away the pain. Dance with me, baby, you can lead the way. Dance with me, baby, a cure for the heartbreak. Dance with me and let this old record play. Let it play, baby. Let it play, baby. Dance with me and let this old record play. I know you see me cross the room. Let's skip to the end. I wanna be what keeps you sleepless past 3 a.m. I know that we're toxic, but I like the thrill. I'd be 6 feet under if looks could kill. Let's go back to where it all began and get too close as fast as we can. Dance with me, baby, you take away the pain. Dance with me, baby, you can lead the way. Dance with me, baby, a cure for the heartbreak. Dance with me and let this old record play. Let it play, baby. Let it play, baby. Dance with me and let this old record play. I know this gets so complicated. You lose your mind just to change it, and tomorrow you'll regret it. But until the morning, dance with me, baby, you take away the pain. Dance with me, baby, you can lead the way. Dance with me, baby, a cure for the heartbreak. Dance with me and let this old record play. Let it play, baby. Let it play, baby. Dance with me and let this old record play.
Without you here, can't sleep, can't breathe. I need you here, right next to me. Thoughts in my head racing. We can't go on like this anymore. I'm done with